If you've recently moved to Switzerland, or you're thinking about making the move, you've probably heard that the Swiss love cleanliness, order, and following the rules. That's true, but nowhere is this more apparent than in recycling. For many newcomers, recycling in Switzerland is one of the biggest culture shocks. In many countries, you simply throw everything into one or two bins and let the local authorities sort it out. Here, things work rather differently. Glass has its own collection points. Plastic bottles aren't all treated equally. Aluminium goes somewhere else. Cardboard is collected on specific days. Batteries can never go in the rubbish. Electronics must be returned to retailers. Even your kitchen scraps have options. At first glance, it can seem complicated, even intimidating. Stories abound of neighbours complaining because someone used the wrong rubbish bag or left cardboard out on the wrong day. But here's the good news. Once you understand how the system works, it's actually remarkably logical and incredibly efficient. Switzerland consistently ranks among the world's leaders in recycling rates, and the streets, parks, and countryside are noticeably cleaner because of it. In today's video, we'll walk through every major category of household waste, explain exactly where it belongs, point out the common mistakes newcomers make, and help you recycle like a local. Let's dive in. To understand Swiss recycling, it helps to understand Switzerland itself. Switzerland is a relatively small country with limited landfill space. Building new landfills is expensive and unpopular. At the same time, Swiss society places a high value on environmental protection and personal responsibility. Rather than relying solely on government services, the system expects every resident to participate. Another important principle is something called the polluter pays. Unlike many countries where rubbish collection is funded through general taxation, in much of Switzerland you pay for ordinary household waste by purchasing official taxed rubbish bags or stickers. The more rubbish you produce, the more you pay. Recycling, on the other hand, is usually free. This creates a simple incentive. Recycle correctly and you save money. Throw recyclable materials into your household rubbish and you'll literally pay for it. It's an elegant system that encourages people to separate waste carefully. Let's start with glass. Glass collection points are everywhere in Switzerland. You'll often find them near supermarkets, public car parks, or communal recycling centers. However, not all glass belongs together. Most collection points separate glass by color: white, brown, green. This color separation is important because recycled glass is used to manufacture new containers. Only container glass belongs here. That means wine bottles, beer bottles, jam jars, sauce bottles. What doesn't belong? Window glass, mirrors, ceramic dishes, porcelain, Pyrex cookware, drinking glasses. These materials melt differently and contaminate the recycling process. One more piece of Swiss etiquette: avoid throwing glass away late at night or on Sundays. Emptying bottles into collection bins creates a tremendous amount of noise, and disturbing the peace, especially during designated quiet hours, is generally frowned upon. One mistake almost every newcomer makes is assuming all plastic bottles can be recycled together. Not in Switzerland. PET bottles, those used for soft drinks and water, have their own dedicated collection bins, usually found at supermarkets. Milk bottles often aren't PET. Shampoo bottles usually aren't PET. Detergent bottles may be made from completely different plastics. Those generally don't belong in PET recycling unless specifically indicated. Swiss supermarkets clearly label their PET collection points, and the accepted bottles usually display the PET recycling symbol. Some municipalities also operate mixed plastic collection schemes, but these vary considerably depending on where you live. Always check your local commune's rules. Aluminium recycling is one of Switzerland's great success stories. Almost every community has dedicated containers for beverage cans, aluminium trays, foil metal lids. Tin cans are usually accepted in the same collection area. Before recycling them, rinse them quickly to remove food residue. You don't need to make them spotless, just reasonably clean. Many collection points have a magnet attached. If the can sticks, it's steel. If it doesn't, it's aluminium. Both are typically accepted. Cardboard collection works differently depending on your municipality. Many communes have scheduled collection days where residents neatly bundle cardboard together with string and leave it outside. Others require you to bring it to recycling centers. Cardboard should be clean flattened. Dry, greasy pizza boxes generally can't be recycled. Wet cardboard usually can't either. Paper often has separate collections. Magazines, newspapers, office paper, envelopes, again, tied neatly into bundles. One thing you'll quickly notice is that Swiss people love neatness. A tidy stack of flattened cardboard is appreciated. A chaotic pile blowing around the street is definitely not. Organic waste is another area where Switzerland excels. Many municipalities collect compost separately. Typical compost includes fruit peelings, vegetable scraps, coffee grounds, tea bags, eggshells, garden waste collections. Flowers, small branches. However, rules differ from commune to commune. Some allow cooked food, others don't. Some permit biodegradable bags, others insist everything goes in loose. If your apartment building doesn't provide compost bins, your commune may have public collection points or green waste collections. Composting dramatically reduces household rubbish and produces valuable fertilizer. If there's one rule to remember, it's this: never throw batteries into your household rubbish. Batteries contain heavy metals and chemicals that can pollute the environment and even create fire hazards. Fortunately, disposing of them is incredibly easy. Every supermarket that sells batteries also accepts used batteries for recycling. No receipt required. Simply place them in the collection box near the entrance or checkout. This applies to AA batteries, AAA batteries, AAA batteries, button batteries, lithium batteries. It's quick, free, and expected. Switzerland has one of Europe's most convenient electronic recycling systems. Old phones, computers, televisions, printers, kitchen appliances, hair dryers, power tools, even cables. Retailers who sell electronic equipment generally accept old electronics for recycling. You don't even need to buy a replacement. The recycling fee was effectively included when the item was originally purchased. This makes responsible disposal remarkably straightforward. Never leave electronics beside household bins. They belong in the official recycling system. Old clothing shouldn't automatically become rubbish. Throughout Switzerland, you'll find textile collection containers operated by charities and recycling organizations. Accepted items often include clothes, shoes, belts, curtains, bedding, handbags. Even worn clothing can often be recycled into industrial textiles or insulation materials. If clothing is still in good condition, charities may resell it to support social programs. Always place textiles inside sealed bags before depositing them. Some items require additional care. These include paint, solvents, pesticides, motor oil, cleaning chemicals, medicines, fluorescent tubes. These should never go into household rubbish or be poured down drains. Most communes organize hazardous waste collection days. Many recycling centers accept these materials year-round. Pharmacies frequently accept expired medicines. Again, your local commune's website is your best source of information. Even long-term residents occasionally make mistakes. Some common ones include putting broken drinking glasses into glass recycling, mixing plastics together, throwing batteries into ordinary bins, leaving cardboard outside on the wrong collection day, using unofficial rubbish bags where official tax bags are required, ignoring local recycling rules because it worked back home. Remember that recycling systems differ significantly between cantons and communes. When in doubt, check your municipality's website, or simply ask a neighbour. Most Swiss people are happy to explain the correct procedure. The easiest way to stay organized is to separate waste as you produce it. Many Swiss households keep several small containers, one for PET, one for glass, one for aluminium, one for paper, one for compost, one for batteries. When each container fills up, they take everything to the recycling point in one trip. After a few weeks, it becomes second nature. What initially feels complicated soon becomes an effortless routine. Swiss recycling isn't just about protecting the environment. It's about participating in the community. It's about reducing waste. It's about conserving valuable resources. And yes, it's also about saving money by reducing the amount of taxed household rubbish you throw away. At first, the system may seem strict, perhaps even overwhelming. But once you understand the categories, it becomes one of those everyday habits that make Switzerland such a clean, organized, and environmentally conscious country. So the next time you're holding an empty bottle, a cardboard box, or an old mobile phone, you'll know exactly where it belongs. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Alpine Expat, and leave a comment below telling us what surprised you most about recycling in Switzerland, or what aspect of Swiss life you'd like us to cover next. Until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.